Is it just me or is Shrinking floundering a bit? Episode 9 of Season 3 of Shrinking has dropped. Let's talk about its spoilers for the episode ahead. Now, after an episode that left me scratching my head a little bit as it departed a little bit from what I expect of the show and its quality and of course just the message overall, I feel like this episode felt a little bit of the same, less advertisey with no Olive Garden, but it's almost like the message is more surface level now than it has been previously. Now, I love Jeff Daniels as Jimmy's father. He plays an excellent role, he does the character well. This is only the second episode, however, that we've had him in it. They've clearly been trying to build out this relationship that's a bit more contentious, that not necessarily is abusive, but that Jimmy has some strong feelings to how his father raised him and what that left him feeling like. Now, in the first episode we have him in, we obviously see that he's really nice towards Alice, and it's kind of like, why is that like that? And then, of course, in this episode, we get a very quick, yeah, I'm gonna actually kind of bounce. I got a deep sea fishing thing. I can't miss out on this. Now, I don't mind the plot. I don't mind the idea of he's kind of abandoning and more self-serving than anything else. He's gonna do it now to Alice what he did to Jimmy. I think my problem is that it just feels so surface level. It's like, again, it's only the second episode we've seen him in, and the allure and shine to him is kind of just washed away very quickly, where I didn't have time to grow attached to him. I know that Jimmy has his guard up with him, and I don't feel like I had my guard down for him. With the introduction, I believe Jimmy at face value, and I didn't have enough time of Jeff Daniels building up that relationship to then be torn down and feel the same way that I think Jimmy is meant to feel here. As far as Jimmy's relationship with Sophie goes, I think it's also, again, a very quick self-sabotaging kind of moment that feels out of place. Yes, it seems spurred on by his father abandoning him and just all these other emotions that are surrounding him currently, but it just feels like, again, this quick self-sabotaging thing that does not feel warranted or justified. It just feels like he's doing it to do it. I don't feel the emotional weight behind it that I am supposed to. Again, because I think that the relationship hasn't been built up enough to feel that way. The impact that Maya had on Gabby also feels surface level now. I don't know if I missed something in the last conversation, but it seems like they just kind of glossed over that happening and Gabby just getting over it. We also gloss over the entire Sean and Jorge thing. First off, I don't think Jorge's reaction is necessarily great, and I also don't think Sean not telling him up until that moment, like, hey, this is happening, also works. And then also from the point of view of, hey, we're going to watch Sean overcome the trauma that he was dealing with in season 1, it just felt, again, very glossed over. Yes, we spent a bunch of time with Sean trying to get over his fear of telling Jorge, but at the end of the day, he just told him. He didn't do anything else prior to that too, and it doesn't feel like a real paid off thing. I also think when you look at it from Jorge's perspective, it's almost like he doesn't also have that same feeling. All of it feels surface level, is what I can say right now. I feel that between every level of relationship that we dealt with in this episode, it was all a surface level exposure to it, and I feel like we're also seeing that, hey, some of these that have been explored aren't really going deeper than that. I mean, Marisol is even in this episode. We don't really have no idea what this relationship is anymore. Early on, it was framed as like, this is not going to be a good one. It might be a toxic relationship and something that Sean might spiral for. And now it's just kind of fine. And we're just glossing over all that. We're glossing over everything. It feels like this is the episode of glossing over big things. I still love Shrinking. I really hope for the last 2 episodes it picks up and that we have a great season finale. I do hear that it's back for season 4. So I'm excited for that. I just hope that we get a couple better episodes because the last 2, 3 have really not been that spectacular.